Pokimane reveals to the internet that her editor informed her on why he couldn't release the videos on time. And that is because he was touching himself. WTF, crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. This is my day. I just woke up to this, 6.1 million views. And this is what I need to care about. Because you gotta care about. Like, this is how it works, right? You wake up, you hear some news about a multi-millionaire living a continent away from you, and you gotta get emotionally invested into the thing. And then, of course, you also have to argue with people on Twitter that disagree with you. And this is how modern culture works. Like, if my grandson is going to ask me, it's like, hey, grandpappy, when you were younger, how were your days like? And I would have to answer, well, we would wake up, we would go on social media where we would be informed about the hurdles, the difficulties, the harshness of life of multimillionaires from a continent away. And we had to care, and we also had to formulate very strong opinions that we would then use in order to justify why we're being asshole to strangers online that happen not to share our opinions. And then, of course, you have to donate to the multimillionaire as well. I mean, the multimillionaire is suffering, and their suffering can be alleviated through our donations. Let's see what the video is about, though. I am curious, is it the same editor that edited the clip? Because she is complaining about her editor, and yet I see a video from her which is edited. So one can assume it is the same guy, though due to the peculiar situation, hopefully it's not. Anyway, let's listen to it.
Hey, do you have time to talk? I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. And I said, oh, like, great. Hopefully this is something that we can fix. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself. I was trying to pick which word to use. To me, his, in a way, employer of many, many months. When I tell you I've never halted a conversation so fast, because I'm like, you are the person that I send like hours of footage to.
Okay. Now, before we move any forward, it is important to address the elephant in the room. There are a lot of people that are wrong. And if you are this wrong, it's not just that you're uneducated, it's also that you're evil. You're a bigot, a fascist. You're a fascist if you are this wrong. And what I mean by this is if you think that she is lying, you are wrong. And you are wrong because you are not informed. I mean, the Democrats themselves struggled in order to get this message across. Joe Biden should have informed you by now that women never lie on the internet ever under any circumstance. They are like paladins of hell. They took an oath of truth. They are incapable of lying. Even if a woman wanted to lie, she wouldn't be able to. It's never heard of, right? The only time women can lie is in real life if they're hiding Jews in the basement. That is the only exception to the rule that women do not lie. If a man identifies as a woman, he cannot lie either. There is no loophole for this, all right? So all those people that are saying, well, she's an influencer, she can say outlandish stuff in order to get viral videos, which generate clicks, which generate wealth for her. You're a fascist if you think like that, okay? You're a fascist. Please unsubscribe from me. I do not want anything to do with you. You are icky. You're disgusting. How can you think like that? Now, for those of us that are normal people, right? Like for those of us that are reasonable folk and do believe what she is saying, we also notice that she is asking for help. Like she wants to know why her editor would do something like this. And I generally struggled hard in order to figure out, like, why would a man do something like that? I mean, it's so unheard of, right? Like, it's Jesus. Have you ever heard anyone that does something like I personally haven't, right? Like this was genuinely shocking to me. It quaked me to the core. I had a very difficult morning from hearing that some people like this even exist. So I came up with a couple of, I suppose, situations in which I could perceive that it could happen. The first one is that her editor that she hired is 16 years old. So I do not know the labor laws in the United States if you can hire someone that's a minor, but maybe that's the situation, right? She may have hired someone that's very young due to the fact that they charge less. And, they're going through puberty. Hormones are raging. They're doing unthinkable things. They're immature. And this is what led to the situation. So that could be one possibility. I don't know. The other possibility may be that, when you have a shitty boss, right? So maybe they don't pay you on time. Maybe they don't pay you enough. Maybe they mistreat you. And before you quit, you want to give the middle finger to the boss. So you're going to go to the boss and you're going to say something that you know is going to upset them. You're going to have like the last word in the conversation. So maybe this is another aspect, right? Like the employer, which for some reason she kept for months, despite the fact that he was delivering the work poorly. Like he was never delivering on time. He was weeks late, right? So this is a multi-millionaire celebrity with access to an unrestricted market of editors. Like, when you got millions of subscribers, you just snap your fingers and 50 editors pop up. And they're all willing to do the job. Some better than others, right? But for some reason, she really liked this editor. Like, she really stuck with this particular editor. Especially when she knows she doesn't like being sexualized. She could have chosen a female editor and helped with the gender pay gap and have more diversity among her staff. But she wanted this particular guy for some reason. She wanted this creep as her editor. Again, for months. She's obviously, it happens like almost every single social media influencer are very poor judge of characters. Like, they just don't know people. And they surround themselves with these villains that their chat can rescue them from, usually with the power of donations, right? So, again, like, if your job is to interact with people on a daily basis, like it's literally what you do for a living, you interact with more people in a day than most other people interact in a lifetime, you become one of the worst judges of characters in the universe. It's just how it is. And she ended up getting stuck with this particular editor, which, at her age managed to do something that shook her to her very core. Because when you're over 30 years old, you still haven't experienced the world. You still haven't seen many things. So every now and then, it's quite possible that someone tells you something that is worse than any other experience that you had previously. And it's enough to shake you. So I do empathize with her. Where do I donate, by the way? Like, do I have to go to her channel? Or is there like a link where... Because I heard that if you donate to streamers, it makes them feel better. If you want to donate to me, though, the link is into the pinned comment. Like right there, down below. I pinned it. It takes you to my subscribe star. And if you donate there, it will make my day feel better. Because I'm also rattled. Like, I ironically, I can't believe that another man... Like, someone that just like me shares a penis, I can't believe that another man did something like this, and this reflects poorly on me. Like, I don't know who the guy is, we don't get to hear his side of the story, nor do we care, but like, the very fact that I know that another man did this, it's now getting me to be unable to even think about what to say next. I have feel almost like violated. So if you guys want to make me feel better, there's also a donation down there. Hopefully you'll help me out, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.